back, so quiet for the markets. Nifty at 7860, a slim loss of about 0.1%. But as you can see, things have been very steady for our markets today. The mid-caps and the banks continue to outperform. Sameet Chavan of Angel Broking joins in now for a quick technical check on the markets. Hi Sameet, after a long time, we're seeing such a quiet day. Any trading idea on the Nifty?
Good afternoon. Nifty has given a decent recovery from the lows of 77 and 77.20. However, directionally we are not so positive on the market. We are seeing a strong resistance around 8050, 8100. We would be more comfortable shorting this market rather than buying for smaller moves. We would rather wait for a decent bounce. In case bounce comes, then 7950, 8000 would be a good level to go short on the market. Or else, if Nifty starts falling from current level itself, we'll rather wait for negative signs either on daily as well as hourly chart. On the low side, the moment Nifty breaks and sustains below 7750, 7720 on a closing basis, it is likely to retest its near-term lows of 7600, 7540.
All right, then some important information coming in there in terms of Reliance Defense. They've signed an MOU with Emirates Defense. That's why, in fact, the stock is spiking upward. Remember, Reliance Defense Limited, I think, is part of the Reliance Infrastructure. It's a fully owned subsidiary of Reliance Infrastructure. So there is some incremental news that's coming on the back of that, and that's where the stock has spiked up in the last few minutes. But Samit, let's get back to some of your picks then. What about BPCL? The stock was doing well in early morning trade. You believe that it's a buy?
Yes, we are seeing a good traction in this counter, but it's been consolidating in a range of 880 to 830, 825 since last few weeks. Today, yes, in the morning session, it has given a breakout from its resistance zone of 890, 891 with substantial rise in volumes. Thus, looking at the momentum, we expect another 3 to 4% rise in BPCL. It can be bought with a small stop loss of 876, and our target would be around 920, 924.
Okay, you've turned a bit bearish on auto names. Before we come to Tata Motors, tell us why a sell on M&M?
Yes, if we look at the overall broader perspective chart, this stock is moving within a broad range of 1400 to 1080. Recently it has given a decent bounce from its lower range of 1080, but we believe that in the near term the stock has a strong resistance around 1230, 1240, which is the 50% retracement level of the previous down move, and it coincides with the daily 89 EMA as well. Thus, looking at the overall chart structure and some negative structure in the hourly chart as well, we believe that the stock is likely to slide from current level. It can be shorted around 1240, 1245 to make a good risk to reward ratio. Stop loss would be 1298, and we are expecting a downside target of 1160, 1150.
All right, but Samit, you have a positive view on Tata Motors.
Yes, it's a contra bet. It's been falling since last 7 months, but it has now reached its very crucial support zone of monthly 89 EMA, which is placed around 290, 291. In addition, the weekly RSI smooth oscillator is now trading at lowest point since December 2008. This particular oscillator is trading below 10 marks. That clearly indicates that there's a possibility of a minor bounce. Also, if we look at the daily chart structure as well, daily RSI smooth oscillator is now indicating some signs of positive divergence. Thus, with a trading bounce, we expect 315, 316 in Tata Motors. It can be bought with a stop loss of 279, and as I mentioned, our target would be around 315, 316.
All right, Sameet, any disclosures?
I don't hold the stocks, but same view might have been shared with our clients.
Okay, thanks so much for joining in. By the way, those are the early rates in the European markets, continuing with the weakness that we saw across most of Asia. Markets like Hang Seng and Taiwan were short, but the rest of them were trading with cuts, like the Straits Times as well as the Japanese markets. Europe too is following that. So currently, the losses are close to about 0.25%, up to 0.5% for the CAC and the FTSE. But let's focus on Tata Motors. That's clearly the biggest loser.